court has issued specific orders related to Mr. McDonald and what he's required to do to modify custody.
Judge, can I speak?
Okay, Mr. McDonald, I'm going to hear from you in the courtroom. Can unmute.
We're on the record, Your Honor.
All right, this is case D. A petition for termination. Counsel, your appearance and your bar number.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jack Fleeman, bar number 10584 on behalf of who's also present via Blue Jeans.
Okay.
And I believe this is a closed matter, Your Honor.
Yes, we have court observers. They are court clerks in training. Do you still have an objection?
Not to the court clerks, no, Your Honor. And my client, I believe, is sitting with her spouse. He probably would need to move off camera.
Any objection? Mr. McDonald, the persons in the courtroom are court clerks in training. Do you have any objection to them sitting in on the hearing?
No, I don't, Judge.
Okay, I'd like to swear in both parties before we begin, so I'll have the court clerk swear them in.
Ma'am, please stand and raise your right hand. Sir, please raise your right hand. You and each of you do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you please speak louder? We didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, I do.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fleeman, you filed this petition for a termination. You set it on the uncontested calendar, but Mr. McDonald has filed a few pleadings. Were you served with those pleadings?
I was served with the reply, and I believe he refiled it, so I think it's the same pleading.
There are two replies. You are correct. As far as the case, in the reply, Mr. McDonald has stated that the children are living in the state of Oregon, and that there is a case that's been opened in the family courts in Oregon. And so I don't know if this brings up a UCCJEA issue, because I still have a dad that lives in Nevada. Mom and the children moved to the state of Oregon. Dad admits that the children have lived in Oregon for more than 6 months, and that he believes that the children are residents of the state of Oregon, and that he wants to proceed there. But this is a question that the court must answer.
Right. In our position on that, Your Honor, is that Nevada retains exclusive continuing jurisdiction because Dad does still live in Nevada. Moreover, we don't have any... I was going to need to mute.
I think if the courtroom can mute, it'll get rid of the echo.
So we don't have any evidence that Mr. McDonald has filed anything in the state of Oregon. We've looked online. Oregon has kind of a central filing system, and we don't see anything. Moreover, Mr. McDonald didn't include anything in his filing with related to where he filed, the name of the court, the case number, anything. So we don't have any reason to believe that anything has actually been filed there. So at present, there would be no ability to do a UCCJEA because there's no active case that we're aware of. Even if there were, Your Honor, we would submit that the court should retain continuing exclusive jurisdiction because of the long history of these parties in this case. This court has issued specific orders related to Mr. McDonald and what he's required to do to modify custody. And our position is that we think he would try to move it to Oregon for the purposes of convincing that court that something different should be done rather than what this court has already ordered, Your Honor.
Judge, can I speak?
Okay, Mr. McDonald, I'm going to hear from you in the courtroom. Can unmute. There is also another issue whether you are seeking court-appointed representation. The question will be, can you afford an attorney? Do you want an attorney present to speak for you to answer these legal issues?
So, Judge, am I on now?
Yeah.
So, Judge, my first issue I'd like to bring up a conflict is that my Pecos Law Group was actually conflicted out as my dad retained them previously in the past in front of Judge Marquis, and there was a conflict of interest there. My ex was also a paralegal and a legal assistant to Mr. Shapiro, who owns Pecos Law Group. So there was a conflict there. I don't know how she's able to go and have them represent her here. So that's one thing, and no, Judge, if there, as right now, I would like an attorney appointed if there's one available, as I just got off parole last month, which I've been waiting to get off parole, which in your orders, you said to wait till after the incarceration was completed, which it just happened the beginning of February of last month. So I was waiting to file anything in Oregon, which I have been filed in Yamhill County to go ahead and seek visitation of the children.
Okay, so you haven't filed anything yet, so this is a
I
new
have
issue I wasn't aware of about the conflict of interest, but I'll have to have Mr. Fleeman respond to that. But is there anything else you wanted to say, sir?
Yes, Judge, like I said, I would like either the jurisdiction to be challenged as I'd like it to be transferred to Oregon and get clear orders as we discussed last time to get a mental eval. It wasn't just from Dr. Holland or Bergquist. You put on record that it was any psychologist, which I did get a evaluation done by Dr. Colosimo out here, and then I got incarcerated right afterwards while I was on bail, that $100,000 bill.
Okay, before we get to the merits of the case, we have these three issues: conflict of interest, court-appointed attorney, and UCCJEA jurisdiction. With the request for the court-appointed counsel, before we discuss the merits of the case, are you able to afford a court-appointed counsel? Are you working right now?
I just started working, Judge, but like I said, my funds have been completely depleted. I still owe my grandma a bunch of bail money, and my mother for helping me through the last 3 years of being incarcerated because of trying to seek custody of my children, which have been completely frustrated by the court system and my ex-wife. So, yeah, Judge, right now I am seeking appointed counsel.
Yeah. Do you have outstanding legal fees from your prior cases to pay also?
I do have other fees I have to pay related to the case, yes.
Okay, let me hear from Mr. Freeman on the appointment of counsel.
Right, regarding the appointment of counsel, my understanding is that he would need to prove indigency, and we don't have any financial information regarding that, Your Honor. So I don't believe that he's entitled to appointed counsel unless he's indigent, and there's no evidence of that. He is working. He hasn't filed any sort of financials, so we don't have enough information on that issue.
Anything in response, Mr. McDonald?
Well, first of all, can we address the conflict issue? Is he allowed to represent my ex with that being conflict and having that confidential information from my mom's divorce and in my case, is that an issue that we could bring up in the court right now?
I intend to get to that, but right now, the question is, should the court appoint you a court-appointed counsel, and that way, if we do give you a court-appointed counsel, then your lawyer can speak to you as to, they could speak on your behalf to address these other underlying issues.
Judge, I've been doing, like I said, I've been working, and then I lost my job because of these charges. I was, like I said, going between different jobs, and yeah, I'm still indigent in the court's eyes. So that's why I'd like to seek counsel. And this is a complex legal matter, and I would like to have the jurisdiction go to Oregon, as my children have been residing there for over 6 months. There's no allegations of abuse or anything like that, and that they should have that jurisdiction to be able to see the custody visitation matter. As now I'm out of custody.
Well, this will be a short hearing, so what I'm going to do is temporarily for now give him a court-appointed counsel, at least until the next court hearing. I will have Mr. McDonald file, because he's able to file, he's pretty adept at it, proof that he is indigent, how much debts he owes, legal fees he owes, and that he cannot afford court-appointed counsel. Because this is a termination of parental rights case, the remedies are pretty severe, so I'll err on the side of caution and give him a court-appointed counsel. Well, when we come back in the next court date, court-appointed counsel will appear on your behalf to confirm as counsel. With the conflict of interest, I want you to put that in writing, Mr. McDonald, or have your court-appointed counsel help you file a conflict of interest issue. You may just file a supplement. okay, or just file a brief on that. And also, please consult with your court-appointed counsel as far as the UCCJEA jurisdiction. Your counsel can help you draft something regarding that. And since we're going to come back in another court date, you do intend to file an Oregon case and Oregon case number. So by the time we have our next court hearing, I would like to know if you do file. If you don't file, then this court is keeping the jurisdiction.
Judge,
If you
I
don't
did-
file and show me a case number.
I did file, Judge, and it got kicked back because they need a certified order, so I submitted the last order for foreign judgment, and they kicked it back. I requested a record, and they said it would take up to 14 days. I was downstairs trying to get the thing today, so I shouldn't have that case number for the next court.
Yeah, so if you're in the court building, you can get either a certified or exemplified copy
And could I
so that
clarify?
you can,
And Judge, could I clarify the last
Mm.
order that you put for the brief, was it the brief focused assessment and the order put on 4/15?
well, I can't discuss that today. Today is just basically to appoint you a lawyer until the next court hearing and have your lawyer file the necessary paperwork so that we can address all of these issues. And it also gives you time to file the Oregon case. And as far as the interpretation of the order, please consult with your court-appointed counsel. It will be a family law attorney that will be appointed for you.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay. Before you leave the courtroom, can you leave your contact info or confirm that with the court clerk, your email address and telephone number so that we can pass it along to the selected court-appointed counsel? The court will appoint one for you.
Yes, Judge.
Your
Mine.
Honor, how
Okay.
far out would you like the next hearing?
Anybody, normally for confirmation of counsel, I usually put it a week out, but Mr. McDonald wants to file an Oregon case. So, you think you can get it filed, well, about 2 weeks, Mr. McDonald? I don't think
2-3
anybody's in
weeks
a
would
rush
be-
here.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks would be good, Judge. 3 weeks? More?
Mr. Fleeman, your availability? I mean, if we can, what did you say?
First week of April.
First week of April?
Your Honor, we'll set this on Thursday, April 6th at 9 a.m.
Okay, we'll take you first thing in the morning. On April.
I have another hearing
Was it April?
in front of
Mr.
the
Fleeman, we're not able to hear you.
You can't hear me?
Can you try again?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have another hearing at 9 a.m.
Your audio kind of fades in, fades out, which is
It
where I
breaks
do
in.
the headphones.
Okay, Judge, we
It's
can.
working.
What about the 4th at 9 a.m.? Tuesday the 4th.
That works. That works for me.
Okay, Your Honor, we'll set this to come back on Tuesday, April 4th at 9 a.m.
Okay, the order will be that the court will appoint a counsel for Mr. McDonald. Mr. McDonald is to file some type of a brief regarding his indigency, and also his counsel will advise him accordingly on the UCCJEA. Mr. McDonald is also to file a brief on conflict of interest, and he should file it as soon as possible. But he has to wait till he gets his attorney, Mr. Fleeman, and I know you'll have to scramble to file an opposition or a response, and then we'll hear everything on the 4th.
Sure, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.